a Class 12 student has died at home, allegedly by suicide. This is in the Cuddalore district. The police say that the girl was upset as her mother had scolded her over some domestic issue. Now, family attempts to complete the final rites. The police has sent the body for a post-mortem, though before that, a case of suspicious death has also been registered. 3 Class 12 students have died in Tamil Nadu in the last 2 weeks alone. The Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has now made an appeal to all the students and girls, asking them not to have suicidal thoughts and turn their trials into achievements. Sam Daniels now joining us with more details. Sam, what is the family saying first of all in this case? Because the police have registered a case of suspicious death over here.
The interrogation is going on. At the moment, we are not too sure what the family has said. But police, after their investigation, have told us that based on what they recovered, the suicide note in particular, they found out that the girl was under pressure and the girl has blamed it on her parents and that she could not fulfill the aspirations they placed on her to become an IAS officer. And it's in that context the investigation is going on. She studies Class 12 in a private school in the Cuddalore district of Tamil Nadu. And after she was found dead hanging, police say the parents tried to complete the final rites without informing the police. But investigators, having come to know of this, they sent the body for post-mortem. And only after that they will officially get information about what caused her death, and then they'll be able to firmly conclude whether it was a case of suicide or not. This happened even as the autopsy was underway in the case of the death of another girl student in the Tiruvallur district of Tamil Nadu adjoining Chennai. She was found dead hanging yesterday at the hostel of a private school, and her parents suspect foul play. And again, the CBCID has taken over the investigation in this case because any deaths on campuses, according to a recent High Court ruling, ought to be probed only by the CBCID. And this is a worrying trend. 3 deaths, all Class 12 girls. 2 died in the hostels and 1 at home. And Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has appealed to girls in particular and students generally that they should turn trials into accomplishments and they should not entertain any kind of suicidal thoughts. And he has also appealed to teachers to make sure that students not only develop intellectually but also develop kind of a stronger heart in terms of physical and mental agility, as he said it. And again, child rights activists are once again reiterating the demand, asking the government to appoint more counselors and now to shift the focus on academic pressure to ensuring mental health. They say at the moment, good mental health among students is very important than the priority for academic excellence.
Sam, you are pointing out the number of cases of student suicides that have happened in Tamil Nadu of late, because of which the Chief Minister has made that appeal to the young students that they should turn their trials into achievements rather than entertain suicidal thoughts, as you pointed out. Now, the reasons in the various cases are different, but is there intense pressure on the student community? What do the students tell you when they speak to you, especially after you spoke to a lot of students after their CBSE exam results? Is the society in general veered towards pressuring students to perform much better than many of them are actually capable of handling at that age?
That's true, because they are in Class 12 and this is the class in which they have to score very high marks to be able to get into good colleges or to be able to get admission for medicine, engineering or any such difficult programs. And they've been away from in-person learning for a long time, almost for 2 years, ever since the pandemic struck. And the not so good achievers, they've been able to manage because of the liberal scoring system amid the pandemic. And some even say they were able to look at their book and take open book tests during the online learning period. But now their skills, their proficiency is put to test because they are in-person form and they have to study really well to be able to pass, to be able to fulfill the expectations of their teachers and parents. And some find it very difficult because the quality of learning during the online phase, they say, was not so great, and they're not able to now come and pursue in the next class with that kind of a clear understanding the schools expect. That's one thing. Secondly, of course, as they are in the crucial Class 12, they are already under pressure. And Tamil Nadu over the last few years have seen this kind of deaths by suicide during the NEET entrance test period or after the results come, because many even toppers in Class 12 exams have failed to crack NEET, and that was a major cause of concern, and that was a major number in terms of contributing to death by suicides over the last 7 years. At least 22 children have died in the last 7 years because of NEET-related complications. But this one, many point out, this is largely because of the learning deficiency or loss of learning, a loss of quality learning during the pandemic phase, and now it's becoming a challenge. And that's why many say there should be a kind of a go slow mood to ensure the mental health, build their confidence, and then you focus on academic excellence, something both teachers, schools, and the education department should jointly work out a strategy to achieve that, so that there's no repeat of this kind of tragedies in the days to come.
Very important point there, Sam, and also certainly a learning there, not just for the parents, but also for the teaching fraternity as to how to go ahead with the students.